Good morning, y'all. It's Alex with the Creative Llama, and if you see this red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, that just means you are catching the replay, y'all. So y'all have been begging me to do a drop-in insert for Christmas. So I made a Santa drop-in frame for us that we are gonna put in this guy. Okay, so when you pop on Say Hey and comment the word Santa, and when you do that, I'll send you all the info with all the supplies. Hi, Lois. Hi, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let me pull up my live and let's get started. So we've got quite a bit of painting to do. But, y'all, when you get your drop-in frame, it does come, I'm missing one, but it does come with 3 inserts. But, y'all, look. And then he has little mittens. I know they're backwards, but he has little mittens to hold the sign. It's gonna be perfect. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. All right, let's get to painting. We've got quite a bit of painting to do. So we're just gonna start with our Santa. Yes, I'm finally doing it, Miss Karen. I know y'all have been asking me for quite some time, so I'm finally doing it, which I am very excited about. Good morning. Hi. Y'all, happy Thursday. We're almost done with the week. And it's November. I cannot believe, y'all, it's already November. Like, I feel like just yesterday it was July. It's just this year has gone by so fast. All right, so I'm taking Candy Apple Red, y'all, and I am just painting this on. I did spray a little bit of water just to thin it out a little bit. And, y'all, I'm not going to worry about painting right here because his beard is going to cover that up. Okay, so if I get it out of the lines a little bit, it's not going to be a big deal because our beard that we're going to glue on will cover that up. Okay. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Hi. Sorry, y'all, if I'm missing comments. I will check comments here in just 1 second. But if you are new, say hello. My name is Alex. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I love to craft. I used to be a teacher. I taught for 11 years, and now I get to teach y'all crafting. So let's dry this and let's check and make sure we got everything nice and covered. I mainly want to just check for the hats. I think I need to go down a little bit farther. Okay. So the great thing is that the chalk paste does dry pretty quickly, y'all. Hi, Stephanie and Miss Angelica. Let's see. Hi, Marlene and Miss Jackie. Good morning, Sybil. I know, Miss Karen, I meant to do one. Hi, Teresa. I meant to do one for the fall, but it just, you know, life happened and it just didn't happen. So back to Christmas, I want to do one for like each season or holiday. So don't worry, it's on my to-do list. Okay, let's check. So we got the beard, right? And then this is the brim of his hat. So I see that I missed some spots. So I definitely, let me show y'all. I definitely need to come down a smidge more. That way we don't have any brown spots, wood looking spots. So I'm just going to bring this down just a little bit, and then let's finish that off, and then let me get the bottom. Okay, so here's the first part of our Santa. I'm going to paint his face. I probably should use a smaller brush, but I don't have one, and we're going to use an acrylic paint. So we're going to use warm beige to get the face. So I just need to paint the little circle because everything else around it is going to be covered. So again, if I get a little bit outside the lines, it's not the end of the world. Okay, and I got way too much paint on there. Hi, Mary. So tell me, y'all, what are y'all doing this weekend? What are y'all doing? Do you have any plans? I think I'm going to be at home working, and that's about it. All right, let's get this covered. I'm trying not to mix it with the red And we're going to dry it to see if it needs another coat. Hi, Betty. Yeah, I think let's do one more coat. So remember, I'm not painting inside the lines because all of that's going to be covered up. So it doesn't need to be perfect, which I love because I'm not very good at like staying inside the lines a lot of times. That really may work on some of my crafts. Yes, Miss Bambi. Cutting designs out, yard work, going, ooh, I need to go to Hobby Lobby. I mean, I don't need to go to Hobby Lobby, but your girl wants to go to Hobby Lobby. Anytime I go there, I spend way too much money, y'all. And I buy things I don't need. All right, last coat. And we will dry this. Let's see. Hi, Darlene and Miss Barbara. What grade did I teach? I taught primarily kindergarten and first grade. And then I did teach third grade for a couple of years. But primarily kinder and first. That was something I really loved. Hi, Tonya. All right. Here's that. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much, but just be patient with me. Okay. This is his nose. So we're going to paint this in the warm beige as well. This is going to be the only acrylic paint that I use. Everything else I am using the chalk paint or the chalk paste for. Okay, let's dry this. Good morning. Well, welcome on in, Miss Tonya. Where are you from? I did a lot online shopping this morning on clearance, which I didn't need. Yeah, same girl. I didn't shop this morning, but I know I'll go buy things today that I don't need. Yes, it will. I have this. That will sit on top. Thanks, Miss Kathy. Thanks for looking out, though. I appreciate it. All right. So we got that done. Just thinking through the rest. So I think everything else... Ooh, the red. Okay, we got to do the berries. So let me paint this. And then I think we're done with the red. We'll clean our mat. And I think we are done with all the red. We're almost there, y'all. The rest of the stuff, we got to paint white and one thing green. And then we're going to be done. How much is that, Santa? It is $14. 14. Okay. Let's get some baby wipes. Let's wipe up all the red on here. I love this glass mat, y'all. This is, I got mine from Michaels, but I also found it on Amazon. So, this thing is awesome. It's better than like trying to put paper down and all the things. I just love how easy it is to clean up, especially because I'm so messy. Alrighty. So we have the beard. This is the brim. This is his mustache. And then this is the little ball on his hat. So those are all going to be white. We're going to paint his mittens black, and then we're going to paint this green. So let's go ahead and do our white, because our white might need a second coat. And y'all, I use sponge brushes to paint everything. I am not great. I always say this, but I'm not great at remembering to clean my brushes. They'll sit in water for like a week, and then the brush is ruined. Anybody else do that? I'm just so bad about it. So I get these foam brushes and I just throw them away after each use because I won't even clean these. But I get these in bulk on Amazon, so it's not terribly expensive, but it's better than wasting my money on paint brushes that I don't clean. All right, we're gonna do the white on here, and we might have to go around and fix the edges so we don't see the paint on the edges of our cutouts, but we'll see. I actually think we might be able to get away with one coat. All right, then the mustache, and then this little circle is the ball on his hat. Okay, we're gonna put these to the side and we're gonna paint our other items. Thank you for the follow. Anytime you'll hit that follow button, then my little counter behind me does move. So if you want to see it move like it just did, you can hit the follow button. All right. Lots of painting on this one, but we are almost there. Okay, let's clean up the white. We're gonna do the green leaves for the holly. I think it's holly. Okay. And I'm using the color Meadow. Moss would look good. Pesto would look good. Really any shade of green. Okay. Put that over there, and then our mittens. And y'all, them are money. Y'all tell me, what's the weather like where y'all are at? It's kind of cold here. We had like a winter front come in, which is not like San Antonio or Texas this early in the year, but I'm not complaining. I'd rather take the cold than the extreme heat we had this summer. Cold in Corpus, cold, yeah, it's cold. I mean, it's sunny, so it's a pretty day, but it's cold. At least cold for Texans. Going to the 81. Miss Sterling, where are you at again? You're in California, right? If I remember correctly. All right, let's drive. Beautiful but chilly day in Massachusetts, I believe. Perfect. Miss Sterling, that sounds nice. 85 sounds decent. Okay, we are going to do one more coat on our whites. It's a little splotchy, and I don't want it to look like that. Although it could give it a little bit dimension, but I want it to be like nice and bright. Okay, so we painted the black. Let's do our white pieces one more time. 37 in Vermont, 36 out there, 36 in Alabama. Oh my goodness, y'all. Is it gonna be a harsh winter? Like, remember Texans got that big giant snowstorm and the freeze that we were all like out of power for like a week? I hope we don't have one of those. I'm just saying. I can deal with the cold, just not where we lose power for days. It's cold in Oklahoma. 29? Oh my goodness. I didn't think it would be that cold in Oklahoma, but I guess I'm wrong. All right. I know watching the painting is not the funnest, y'all, but I have a lot of people who always ask, like, can you paint on a live so I can see how you did it? So I apologize if you don't enjoy watching people paint, but we are just about done with the painting, and then we're going to clean up the sides of our pieces, and then it's going to be time to glue. Time to glue and put it all together, and then we'll chalk on Santa's belly. They say it's not supposed to be cold, but not a lot of snow. Who knows? Oh goodness. I should not complain. I know, Miss Angelica. We shouldn't complain in South Texas. But it's cold for us people in South Texas. All right, let's dry. And we are ready to start putting this together. But we are going to clean up the edges. So what I'm talking about is, you see how the paint got on the side? I don't like how that looks when we put the piece together. I think it makes it look just a little unfinished. And so I like to take a marker, and I'll show you all in a second, to the side and just kind of cover up that paint I got. What is my temperature? I think it says it's 47 degrees right now. And I know some of you are probably laughing like, girl, that's nothing. Well, it's cold for Texas. Good morning, Miss Fonda. How are you? Alrighty. Dry, dry, dry. Especially the whites. Okay, we're good. So here's what I'm going to do. So, not so much there, but like on the side of that, do you see how the white got all over the side? Because I'm a messy painter. I don't like how that looks on the cutouts. So I'm just going to go over and just wipe up any extra paint that's on the side, and then we're going to take a marker and we're going to go around the edges. Okay? So I'm going to take my Faber-Castell marker in black. This is linked in my Amazon storefront. So if you comment the word Santa, right, and then click on supply list in that message, that first message, this will be linked in my Amazon storefront. The link to my Amazon storefront will pop up for you. I love this thing, and I just think it makes it look way better. So you can't really even see the white on the sides anymore, which I love. And I seem to always have a shaky hand when I'm doing this part, but I just think it makes it look much more finished. Okay. And you don't even have to go over the whole thing. You can just get on the spots that it had it. So clearly some of my paste was not dry. Hi, Miss Pat Sue. It's 49 in Oklahoma, 36 in Iowa. Oh my goodness. Hurts. That's right. Your RA hurts. Yeah. The cold weather is not everybody's friend. All right. So we're going to go around all the edges. Okay, that looks good. And we're going to go around his nose. Y'all, this marker is the bomb. Okay. And same thing with the holly. I like it because you can get into like the fine or the smaller parts of cutouts, which I love. Okay, that's done. And then let's check this. Although this is going to be, we're good. Okay. Now, y'all, it's time to, let's put his head together and all of that. So on his face, it's kind of hard to see. There are some eyes that are scored into his face on his eyes. So I'm going to take my black Posca pen, and I'm just going to make 2 circles like so. And then let's glue this, okay? So let's put everything on. And let's just check that we love it. So then his little thing here. All right. Can y'all see him? I'm trying to do it to where not everything falls, but it's gonna work. Can't stand the cold because your body hurts. I'm so sorry. All right, let's glue. So I'm going to use, what is this? Stick Fast glue. I just put it in a different bottle, and we're going to line up his beard right onto his face. It does match up perfectly, so there's no guessing about where it goes. Okay. Like so. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, with the brim of his hat. I like the Stick Fast glue because it does stick fast, but you do have some time to work with it if you need to move it around. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Then we're going to glue his mustache. And all these pieces do come with the cutout, okay? So if you want to make this, and I will have a kit available. So if you want the frame, everything I used, make sure you're in the VIP group, because I will post a kit in there where you can get everything at once. Okay? Ooh, y'all, he's cute. He is cute. All right, we're going to add the circle. Hi, Linda. All right, let's see. So I think before I go in and add the holly, I'm going to do a little bit of embellishment with my Posca paint pen, because if I glue it down, I won't be able to reach some of the parts. So I'm just going to go, ooh, I might have to use a different one. Let me use this one. Why aren't these working? Y'all, I guess I need to hold it down. Okay, well, what the heck? It's just gonna be really subtle then. My white does not want to pop for whatever reason. I'll have to go over that. I don't know why. You'll see it's not like super bright for whatever reason. Why, I don't know. All right, so then we're gonna do, oh my gosh, what is happening? There we go. All right, let me go over these. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. And I am gonna put a little dot on his face. Okay, so there's what we have. Shake the pen. Oh, I learned something. Thanks, Miss Susan. I don't use my Posca pens a whole lot, so I appreciate any hints I can get. Okay, then we're gonna take our holly and let's add a little dot to each one, each berry, and then let me try the smaller one. Well, let's try this. So shake it. Thanks, Miss Sharon. It just doesn't seem like it wants to come out. No. Nope. It doesn't want to come out. So we're just going to use our big one. Why it's doing that, I have no idea. That's not the right one, y'all. I swear. I need to practice with these. All right. So we're going to glue the berries on. Okay. Let those sit for a second while they dry. All right, so let's add our transfer. So we're gonna have the thing that says Santa Stop here. So this is a size A transfer. You learned something new, exactly. Y'all teach me all sorts of things on here, which I absolutely love. Because I do not claim to know it all in the least bit. I am not one of those people who are like, I know exactly what I'm doing at all times. All right, so this is a reusable silk screen transfer. I'm going to peel it off the backer, keep the backer, and let's fuzz. Okay, let's fuzz. And you want to add lint to the back of your transfer so it's not super sticky. I'm just going to fuzz really well. I'm not going to wax. So typically when I tell y'all when we paint something to wax, I just don't want that shiny look that wax gives at times. So I am just going to fuzz my transfer really, really, really well. But when you go to clean this, y'all, it will come off. All right, so here is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it right in the middle. We're going to push down, and then we're going to put it in our frame and make sure we like the placement, okay? So I'm glad I did that because it needs to come down a little bit more. Okay, so let's pull this out. Let's pull. Let's move it down. Okay, like so. Let's put it back in the frame. And that's perfect. Okay. So that's the thing I like about the frame is that you can definitely check before you chalk. Because y'all, if I just did that willy-nilly, it wouldn't even be centered. Hi, Miss Judy. All right, here we go. So y'all comment the word Santa to get the supply list. When you get the message, you want to click on supply list, and then there'll be other buttons in there. All the chalk products are linked on chalk products, the button. And then the cutout is linked. The cutout is linked in there as well under cutouts. But if you want to save a little bit on shipping and just wait a little bit longer to get your items, I can bundle it all together and you can get it all at once. but you have to order that through my VIP group. Okay, so cover all of this up. I'm going to go through, pick up all the extra, and let's pull this off. The glue is not on the supply list, but it's on my Amazon storefront. But Miss Sharon, if you need the link to it, I can definitely send it to you. Okay? Ooh, y'all, check that out. So it looks a little funny because, remember, this is going to go in our drop-in frame. So I'm going to spray that. Okay, let's put this to the side. Let's wrap our squeegee so I can clean that in a little bit. Close this, and let's clean our transfer really, really quickly, okay? So, I just use a bath mat from Walmart. Everybody always asks me, y'all, it's just a cheap old bath mat from Walmart and a board eraser and regular water. You're going to clean the front. Okay, turn it over. Clean the back. And this is actually easier. I always tell y'all, it's easier in a sink rather than on a bath mat. It'll get cleaner in my opinion. And then we are going to wipe up all that extra water with a paper towel, like so. And then we're going to put it back on its backer. So on your backer, you have a white side and a yellow side. Put your sticky side up, and you're going to put the white side on the sticky side. Hi, Miss Pam. And then we are going to push that down, and we are good to go to use it another 10 to 12 times. Okay? Are you able to switch out the Santa with other? Yes, Miss Kristen. Yes, ma'am. So I'm working on adding more. I have a 4th of July Uncle Sam head, and then I also had one for a club transfer back over the summer, but I'm trying to add one for different holidays and all of that. It'll just take me a little bit of time. So, ooh, y'all, I should probably check and see if that's dry. Yeah, it's dry. All right, so here's what we have so far. Ah, y'all, look at that. That is adorable. I am obsessed. So let's glue the holly to his hat. I'm going to have to figure out those Posca pins because that is driving me nuts. And then we do have his little mittens. And I'm going to show y'all how you can attach these to the frame without damaging your frame, okay? Because a lot of my cutouts do have things that go on the frame itself. And I just use glue dots. That is the thing I found. Oh, yes, the bottle brush trees. I absolutely loved that one. My mom actually claimed that for her house already. She said those are her Christmas colors and that she needs that. All right, so put this in here. Here's our little Santa. I think we need now, Miss Karen, it's already available on my website. It's already available over there. Okay, I'm going to add some dots to his shoulders just because I think it needs it. I know, Miss Stephanie, but I didn't know. Some of the white ones have been giving me trouble. So, oh yeah, I think that helps so much to his shoulders, right? Now, we're going to add his mittens. So, y'all tell me, where should his mittens go? Should they go right here? Should they go on the top, like he's holding it, or should they go like to the side? What do y'all think? Side, top, corners. Which one? Miss Tanya is saying the top. What do y'all think? And y'all hit the heart button and comment the word Santa. I will be doing a giveaway at the end of the live. Top, side, to the side, but higher. So like, shake the pin straight up and down, then press the tip down. Okay, I'll try that next time, Miss Cheryl. See, everybody has different opinions. So I don't like the corner. I kind of think I like the top. Hi, Faith. I think I'm going to keep it on the top because I think that looks pretty good. Or maybe like to where like the corners of the transfer are. So farther together, far apart or closer together. Y'all tell me. Do you? I am, girl. I just want to know. I'm going to do the top. So close together. I guess it kind of needs to be even with the shoulders, huh? For it to make sense. Yeah, far apart. I agree. I had to think that one through out loud. Because if he's like this, he's going to be like holding it like that. That doesn't make sense. Close to, see, y'all like the close together. I'm going to do it where his shoulders meet the frame. But you could totally do it close together too. What kind of square? Yes. Top width on it. Might need a few embellishments on this side. Ooh. Oh. Miss Melissa, you're making it even more difficult for me. Okay, let's add a few embellishments because she's right. All right. So let's do this. And then we'll do it. All right. Ooh, he's cute. He is cute. Alrighty. So I'm gonna have to put him up so I can see where it goes. Oh shoot, y'all. Look what I did. I swear. Let me grab my black paintbrush and just go over that, y'all. Just me being me. Me making a mess. All right, let's dry these and then we'll add it to our Santa, okay? So give me some hearts if you are loving our Santa drop-in frame. I have an Uncle Sam one. Maybe I can do like a Thanksgiving one, but I feel like it's a little late for Thanksgiving. But we can do that if y'all want it. All right, so we're gonna do glue dots. So these are the removable glue dots. So these I have found, they will not damage your frame. Because if you glue this, y'all, and you try to pull it off, you're gonna rip off that paint. And I just don't want y'all to ruin. No, it's not. I buy the, okay. A drop-in, okay. I'll see what I can do this week. Maybe I can get it up this weekend. I did not, Miss Judy. I should do that, shouldn't I? It's still a little bit of a mess. But, okay. I don't like this one. So the cool thing, so look, I just lifted it up. It did not damage the frame. Maybe we do it like this. Lift it up. Yeah. Oh, he's cute. He's like hanging over. I love this. Y'all, what do y'all think? OMG. He is adorable. And you could totally paint the outside of the frame if you wanted. You could paint the red, the insert a little different colors if you wanted. There's all sorts of things you can do. I am obsessed. Look at him. I gotta fix my paint markers, but he is adorable. So comment the word Santa, okay? And when you get the message, if you've never messaged or received a message from my page before, sometimes it goes to your message requests. So check that, comment the word Santa, comment Santa, and then when you get the message, click on supply list. There will be a button for the chalk product, so for all the paints that I used and the transfer and the frame. And then there's a button that says wood cutouts if you want the insert, okay? But I do y'all a little favor. In my VIP group, I do a build a bundle. So you can go to my VIP group and you can pick the items that you want. I do that so that way you're not going to 2 different websites to shop and you're not paying double the shipping. So if you go over to my VIP group, it should be posted by now. You can go over there and comment the items that you want, and I will bundle it and ship everything together. It just takes a little bit longer because a lot of times I do have to order the transfer or the frame, but it's just a way to save a little bit of money. If you can wait a little bit longer, okay? All right, y'all. So here it is. Let's pick a winner for our giveaway. So the way to get entered is to hit the heart button, get the info, comment Santa, and just comment. I'm going to pick someone directly from the comments, and they will win a $5 coupon to use towards my wood shop, my wood cutouts. So let me refresh. And the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. Because I literally just scroll and I stop and pick someone. All right. Thanks, Miss Karen. All right, here we go. So we're going to pick 2 winners today, okay? So you just comment the word Santa and just comment other things, y'all. Thanks, Miss Teresa. Okay, here we go. I'm going to refresh one more time. Hi, Christine. Welcome on in. And thanks. Here we go. Thanks, Kristen. All right, Miss Teresa. Girl, I might butcher your name. Teresa Lowinger. Teresa Lowinger. Hi, Joanne. So Teresa Lowinger, if you're here, say here. And then Miss Criselda Sanchez. Teresa Lowinger and Teresa Sanchez, or Criselda Sanchez. If either one of y'all are here, say here. Okay, Teresa's here. We're looking for Criselda Sanchez. If you're here, girl, say here. I see you, Miss Teresa. And Criselda's here. So Miss Teresa and Criselda, if you will both do me a favor, send a message to the page, The Creative Llama, and say, hey, I won, and your email address, and I will send your $5 coupon to your email address, okay? But thanks for hanging out, y'all. Do me a huge favor before you leave. Make sure you hit the follow button, and that guy will move, and then make sure you're signed up for live notifications. So I send out a message before I go live via Facebook Messenger. It's totally free. When you comment the word Santa, the first message, there will be a button that says Get Live Notices. Click on that and just answer the questions about what you want to be notified on. And you'll be notified next time I go live. And I'll be live tomorrow with the club transfer, okay? I will be live tomorrow with the club transfer. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.